Hey everybody, in today's video we're going to be walking through how to use the world time mode on the Casio G-Shock Module 3495 watch. Bear with me, this is one of the more complicated features on this watch. It's not too bad once you get used to it. I'm going to do my best to walk you through it as slowly as possible. To get to our world time mode, we're going to simply press the mode button. It's the bottom left button on the watch. We're going to press it one time. The very first mode you've got is your world time mode. This watch has 5 different world time values you can save, and then once you're in the world time mode, you can basically cycle through those different 5. Let's talk about what we're looking at. Top left is always going to say WT, that just lets you know you're in your world time mode. Top right box is always going to be your current home city location. So whatever value you've got set for your home location, that's going to be the time in the upper right box. The middle box with the larger font is going to be your world time value. If you forget which world time value you're on, while you're in this mode, you can always press the top left button and it will show you in the box we're currently looking at Rio de Janeiro. I mentioned that there's 5 different values you can save. To navigate to those different values, you're simply going to press the bottom right button. So if I press it once, it takes me to my second value, which is London. You'll notice that the middle section, my time has changed because now we're looking at the time in London, but my top box is still showing my home city time. Press it again, takes you to your next value, which is going to be Rome. The watch will remember what value you used, which value you used last when you were in the world time mode. So we're on value number 3, which is Rome. I'm going to go ahead and go back to my main timekeeping mode. And now let's go back into the world time mode. Instead of it putting us at Rio de Janeiro like it did before, it put us at Rome because it remembers that that was the last one that I was looking at. Let's say you want to change any of your values. So we looked at Rio de Janeiro, forget what the second one was. Now we're at Rome. Let's go to number 4 and see what number 4 is. So number 4 is Seoul, Korea. Let's say we want to change that. While you're on the value that you want to change, in my case that's number 4, we're going to press and hold the top left button, which is our adjust button. After a couple of seconds, you'll see a blinking indicator that shows you you're in the settings mode for the world time mode. Now we can use either of the 2 buttons on the right hand side. Top one, I think, moves you to the east. The bottom right one moves you to the west. And you can cycle through all of the different world time city values. On any one of them, if you don't know what it is, you can sit there for a second and it will cycle through the name up top. So let's find a good one. Honolulu. The other value that you would consider changing is your DST value. If you look at my watch face, you'll notice that there's no DST value because I don't have daylight savings turned on for my given world city. If you wanted to change that, while you're in the setting, press the bottom left button and it takes you to the DST value for that given world city location. So in my case, that's Honolulu. It's currently off. If I want to turn it on, I'm going to press the bottom right button and that toggles it to on. Once you're done, you've got your world city picked and you've got the DST value for your world city picked. You're going to simply press the top left button and we've successfully adjusted our world city location. So in my case, we adjusted number 4 to Honolulu. You'll notice there's a DST indicator showing me at a glance that I'm looking at Honolulu's time and I've got daylight savings time turned on. Pretty simple stuff. The only other feature to really know about the world time is, let's say you're somebody who travels and you want to switch the world time and your home city time. Remember, my home location is 11:15 a.m. My world time is 7:15. If you want to switch those two while you're in your world time mode, you can press the top right button and the top left button at the same time. So I'm going to press the top right button, then the top left button, and you'll notice it switches the 2. So now my home city on the watch is Honolulu and my world time value is Mexico City in my case. Note that does not just change it in the world time. So if I go back to my regular timekeeping mode, my time has changed because my home city has changed. If I want to change it back, I would need to go back into the world time mode and then flip them back. It's showing me now that my world city value is Mexico City. versus Honolulu. Again, I can press the top right button, top left button, and I've switched them back. I hope that makes sense. That's the basics of using the World Time mode on the Module 3495 watch. Thanks for watching.